How do you take a passion and turn it into a business?
It's a great question. So how do you take a passion or a hobby or something that you really like and then turn it into a business? Well, here we have someone that did that.
Yes, absolutely. For me, I felt that ammunition manufacturing, selling firearms, it started out as a part-time deal. It was great opportunity for me to be able to purchase firearms for myself and friends who wanted to purchase new guns, that I could get them a better deal. And it just snowballed into something, and then there were a couple instances where the industry actually took a turn where pricing on ammunition skyrocketed. Didn't really make any sense. And I personally looked at it, and I looked at the industry and I said, why is this happening? It didn't need to be there. So I took my passion. I've been loading my own ammunition since I was about 12 years old with my dad. My dad was an NRA instructor for a number of years, even until he passed. I looked at what else was going to be involved with getting into that part of the business, and realized that there was a tremendous amount of money to be made without having to price gouge, which is what about 90% of the retailers were doing on the online marketplace and even in the local market here in Georgia.
I always say, when I'm answering that question, how do you turn a hobby or a passion into a business? Like, it's not that easy. You might know it, you might like doing it, but that doesn't mean it's marketable, right? But you have something that was marketable. Like you had a passion for the firearms, you had a passion for, or you had a hobby of reloading. Reloading starts out a hobby by a lot of people because it's cheaper to reload your own as opposed to buying. And my dad was a reloader.
Okay.
So I grew up smelling the gunpowder and
Sure.
him smelting the little lead and doing all that stuff. So I didn't do it myself.
Okay.
I used it as my own little chemistry set when he wasn't around.
Right.
But that was fun. But it's something that I don't see happen successfully a lot. So congratulations to you.
Well, thank you. It was a passion of mine. It was something that I was doing for myself. I had friends that obviously they wanted me to make ammunition for them as well, because they saw how well I shot. I shot competitively when I was younger as well. I think it's a lot easier to be successful when you're passionate about what it is that you wanted to get involved with, regardless of what that business is. For me, it was the shooting industry, the sporting industry, and the ammunition side of it was a part of the market that I hadn't looked at in the beginning when I started my firearm side of the business. But the ammunition side presented a new opportunity. It was a new avenue, but it still stayed in that same realm. My customer base was still exactly the same from the beginning, and we just expanded on it from there. So I don't really look at what I do as necessarily work.
Yeah.
It's something that I am very passionate about, and I've got a lot of people involved in it, and we're just as passionate about the retail side of it as we are the information side of it. So
I think passion for me and what we do on the CFO side. I've got two sides of my business.
Okay.
The CFO side, and then we run a mortgage team. But all from my own background as a banker. And so on the CFO side, I used to work with hundreds of companies as a banker that didn't have good accounting advice, or that would be explained something by an accounting professional and they have no idea what they're talking about because that's not their, you have to speak in the language people understand.
Sure.
Right? So I had a passion for that, of just actually being a real person and not just a numbers person.
Sure.
And bringing skills to companies that need them. And so to me, the passion is taking care of people. That's my passion. It's not that I love making loans. It's about people.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's very important.